what's happening, Joe? I haven't heard a thing from you in relation to the...
Well, I sent it back through the channels to the Gsoc.
Yes.
And they're the ones who come back to you.
Oh, you don't get back to
I don't get back to you at all. No, I just carry out the investigation on behalf of the superintendent here.
Yes.
Send it to him as it was at the time, and it goes back into Gsoc. And
So,
I don't hear what the outcome
well,
is.
you've done the whole investigation.
Collecting the statements and reports and banging it off to them there.
That's a long time. When was that? December or something, wasn't it?
That's a good while ago now.
Yeah.
I have to go and look at the file and see when it was sent off, but
And
I don't hear anything back then.
you actually interviewed the Garda
You
Siochana
get reports from them.
Was it you that done that yourself?
Yeah.
And what about this Donnelly inspector, something that was originally supposed to do the investigation?
Jerry Donnelly, he was the superintendent.
Yeah. Has he anything to do with that?
Well, it'd be sent back through him.
Would it?
And he'd send it back on then to Gsoc. No, he did move. He moved out of here last year ago, last Halloween. He moved out to Coolock.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't have delayed anything, like, you know, it would have followed him out to Coolock and he would have sent it
I
in.
got one letter saying that there was a delay in taking the statement from, I presume, a Vanguarder, that it was in relation to maternity leave. Are you aware of that? No?
No, I don't recall any delays. No,
So you took statements from all?
Whatever was to be done, I did at the time and sent it off.
And there was no Vanguarder delayed for maternity? I got a letter way back from Gsoc saying...
Well, I'm trying to think. There was a female guard there at the time, wasn't there? Or was there a female guard in the car?
There was, yes.
Now, was she on maternity? I think I got it before she went to maternity.
Did you, yeah?
I do, because I remember in one investigation I did take, got a report from a guard, and she hadn't actually gone on maternity. She was pregnant at the time. She hadn't actually gone on maternity.
That's fine. That's all.
So no, I'm presuming it's gone in. Once I passed them on, I never heard
So
back.
your hands then? Yeah, I understand.
I never get any results back in it, because we're just doing the investigation.
That's fine.
It goes back into Gsoc.
It's Wednesday, 12th of October 2016 in Abbey Street in Dublin, on my way to the offices of Gsoc to see if I can get to speak to Paul Burke. Just recently information became available to me from within Store Street Garda Station. The letter I had from Gsoc informing me of the progress of their so-called investigation was just not adding up in relation to one member of Garda Siochana who has been complained about and was given us to give a statement to Inspector John Bates in the Bridewell Garda Station. I took it upon myself yesterday to call into the Bridewell Garda Station and ask if Mr. Bates was available, and he was, and he came down and spoke to me, and from what I can see, the information that he has given to me yesterday totally conflicts with a letter that I received from Paul Burke here, the investigating officer who's dealing with my case at Gsoc. So I'm going to take a pop in here now in a little while and see, first of all, if I can get Mr. Burke, and secondly see what he's got to say in relation to actually two letters that I got. One about this female Garda member and her statement, and also Superintendent Donnelly, who is now stationed at Coolock Garda Station. Right, this letter, I think I got it from yourself. It's got your name on it. A couple of things in relation to that. Donnelly, I had no contact with Donnelly whatsoever. Inspector Bates has been dealing with that matter at the Bridewell for me, yeah? Now, there it states that statements were taken from two Gardaí in June, and there's a female guard that apparently couldn't give a statement because of maternity leave. Now, could you tell me when was that statement actually taken from the Vanguarder?
I can't know.
Any reason why you can't?
Because I haven't been told. I've just been told that he's in a position to finalise the investigation, so that's all I know at this point in time. It is an unsupervised investigation, so they don't tell us everything they're doing and when they do everything. What happens is at the end, a final report comes into us, and it's only at that stage I would be able to answer questions of that, like, you know.
Well, it's strange because Inspector Bates can actually speak directly to me, and he informed me that Vanguarder, her statement was taken while she was pregnant quite a long time ago.
Right.
and he's going to get the exact date for me.
Yeah, well,
so as far as he's
as I
concerned,
said, I can't comment on it because I haven't seen anything on it yet.
no, well, I'm just telling you what I've been told yesterday. He's quite happy. So,
Yeah.
but there, from what I see there, I have no reason to believe that Inspector Bates would lie to me. Maybe he is, I don't know.
Yeah.
But certainly, if that's the case, there's somebody lying to you.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll have to wait on the final report and then we'll make a decision as to what.
Well, I understand you have to. I don't. So I'll be making a separate complaint about that, because that is a blatant lie. Somebody's lying to you.
Right.
You should have at your disposal the dates.
No, we shouldn't.
But you will have on the final
When
investigation.
the final report comes in, yeah, we will have, yeah, but not until that time.
And will that information be made available to me? What dates these statements were taken?
No.
And why is that?
That's just because it's confidential information under the Freedom of Information Act and the Data Access Act. That information in relation to investigations are not disclosed.
The data statement is taken as private information, so it leaves them open to lie to you.
Any information, like you can, if you wish, you can submit a data access request.
Yes. Oh, I will be.
And you know they'll make a determination, but it's my understanding in the normal course that information is not.
Right.